Are we live? Are we live? Does it wanna? Okay, there we go. A little better. Need to fix my posture. We're live. What's up? What's up, everyone? Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Ghost face with the produced ad lib, Playboy Cardi ad libs. I don't know who produced his stuff, who made that, but anyway. How is everybody tonight? Are we doing well? I think you're the only one here, or is K KJ, KJ, KFJ, whatever his name. It's weird. The top chat messages. Oh, because you deleted them, they're gone. And I switched the mode. You switched the mode, and the text were gone. Um. Yeah. So. Yeah. I could do live reactions, couldn't I? I have to talk about on my desktop, so that's something I could definitely. Yeah, definitely do that. Mm, well, what's up, guys? 2 viewers. Maybe they'll start pouring in here soon. All right, we got some nut formula night. Um, so basically, what I've discovered is nut formula is really good. It's better fresh. So if you make a lot, I tend to like to make a lot because I like to eat a lot of it. And so I doubled the recipe. I doubled the large recipe. There's like 2 ounces of nuts as a base, or 4 ounces of nuts as a base. I did the 4 ounces of nuts, and then I doubled that. And it made almost a full quart of stuff. And that lasted me for a couple days. It's again, nut formula is not something you can eat a lot of in you know, days in a row. Although it's something I've been trying because um like I've already had a lot of severe brain detoxes. Sure, I'll have some more, but there was one year where they were like really bad. Whenever I'd get a detox, like really bad. The reason the nuts are detoxified because of the oils in them. That's my best guess. So, yeah, we've been eating quite a bit of nut formula recently because I found a really good source of hickory nuts, which are delicious. I'm bringing 10 pounds to the conference. We're going to make 20 pounds of nut formula um, for eating, but also for ice creams and desserts, for pies and cheesecakes. French, how does this sound? French vanilla ice cream with cookie dough bits, basil ice cream, strawberry ice cream. Conference is going to be goaded. We still have some tickets left. We only have like 10 tickets left. We have 53 people signed up, 54 people signed up. So it's bigger and better than ever. I need to stretch out here. And I'm playing this game. I play this game called King Shot. It's really bad. It's really it hooked me, got me. But kind of a beast. If I had $1,000 a month, like to just blow, I would spend it on this game and I would win the game. I mean, you can't really win this game, but you know what I mean. I would mog, I would dominate. Oh, speaking of spend money, got a Primal Diet for Brokies video coming out. It's recorded. I just need to upload it and work my magic on the thumbnail. So we're gonna do that. Do you think of Playboy Cardi? Playboy Cardi opium. What does that mean? Is that an album? Um, I don't know. I don't know that album. I know some of his songs. I know his like earlier songs, which he has some decent songs. For what it is, but I'm not like a huge Playboy Cardi fan. I might have some Playboy Cardi in the playlist, honestly. I know like a lot of people they'll bash on mumble rap or make fun of mumble rap, and I think you should honestly. But I think Playboy Cardi is a logical evolution for rap music. It was just bound to get there, and he was one of the first people to really, I think, do it well and make it popular. It's a record label style. No, I mean I can't really say I'm into the Playboy Cardi style per se. I mean, I appreciate some of his songs, but I'm not like into that style really. It's not like something I'm gonna reach for and put on all the time. Generally what I'm gonna bump is like something interesting. If you look at like my playlist, I like interesting music, music that is engaging, musically sophisticated, and interesting. Ah, so good. Hello, I bought honey that was harvested in summer 2025. Supposedly, the extraction equipment has a warmer. Close at 80, 85. It's not crystallized. Some honey. Um, I've had honey. Hold on, I need to plug in my computer. Some I've had honey that I've had honey that had crystallized and honey that had not crystallized. It's part of the same 5-gallon bucket, and that was interesting. Some of it got crystallized and granular, and some did not. Even after months. So I think it has to do with the type of sugars that are in the honey, honestly. And Ajna said crystallized honey is better for you. Even if honey isn't crystallized and it's the same, like standard, the honey that crystallizes is better for you. I don't know why. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's weird they have a warmer. I've never heard of a warmer at 80, 85 degrees. I don't know. Could be because of the extraction. Something happens. I don't know. You'd have to. I don't have a lot to go on there. By all metrics, that seems like a good honey. Um, but I don't know for sure. It's like I can't be there. What do I use for laundry detergent? Nothing. Well, no, that's not true. Well, I'm doing some laundry right now, and I just use hot water. Honestly, unless you have some serious stinky clothes or stains, water does fine. Water's just fine. Um, Baking soda and vinegar is also good. Baking soda or vinegar. Some people use borax. All those things are good for laundry detergent. There's a ton of recipes you can look up online. You just have to make it, put it together. But if you're into that, definitely worth doing. To get my stretch on. Okay, here we go. How are we on the mic? Yeah, we're still picking up. Maybe a little softer than it should be, but trying to project my voice. Need to work on I need to work on sitting up more straight. Got my legs out and I got my legs out and yeah, no, this is good. I think the levels are coming through. So let's see. Nice. Bye, dog. Hmm. Oh, the chat's not up. Wonder why. What do we, maybe the EMF from the warmer nukes the enzymes. Gavin Mayo. Sounds familiar. We're gonna make a video about stretches or pandiculation or Tai Chi. I think you mean Tai Chi. Taichi. I guess I could. It's getting nicer out. I might upload a stretch routine I used to do for karate warm up. Maybe I'll do that at the conference. I'll probably do that at the conference. Do it at the conference. Yeah. Because if the honey has a bit of a burning sensation, is it a red flag or is it a nuance that could still be good? I've had honey that maybe burned the throat a little bit. I don't know. When you talk about burning the throat, it's kind of a strong descriptor. Kind of a strong descriptor. I don't I mean I think if you trust the vendor and they do the right things, you know, it's okay. Agenus, like I said, he was a dramatist, he was a thespian. He was a dramatic guy, He's a theater kid basically. He's a autistic theater kid. Nice playlist. You really put us on. Well, what can I say? I'm adding to it constantly as well. I think we have almost 1,000 songs. We're like 970, 980 maybe. No, maybe not that much. Oh, 971. What do you think about? Yeah, make sure you're voting the songs. Because I want to see what the people are into and what they like. It's just fascinating to me. If I could play music, I would. I wish I could. That would be nice. That would be fun. I'd be doing like a little DJ and talking, and I'd have background music on. Some background music. Be good. because it would just add a certain ambiance. I could do that on TikTok. If I went live on TikTok, I would do music for sure. Because there's a lot of good like music. There's a good music crowd on TikTok. I mean, it's just where like a lot of cool people are. Honestly, is TikTok. I mean, of course, there's a lot of squares and dweebs and posers and grifters on TikTok, but for the most part, there's a lot of people who, you know, they listen to good music. They know good music. YouTube as a platform has become kind of gross in some ways because it's so like contentified. It's YouTube is mostly just like a lot of slop. There's slop on TikTok, but it's earnest slop. If that makes there's earnest slop on TikTok. You'll get earnest slop on you. That makes sense. So I don't know. I need to put this down. Are we gotta go to airplane mode. Go to airplane mode. Here comes the airplane. Comes the airplane. Comes the airplane. Hmm. Nummy airplane. Depends on the type of honey. Orange honey. Yeah, interesting. I had no idea you could vote on these playlists. On Twitch, you're allowed to play music, just to make sure it's on a separate audio track for the video on demand. Interesting. I haven't gotten into Twitch. I think if I was going to go for a streaming platform, it would be like Kick or something. That's probably where I would go, honestly. And I'm thinking about relaunching my TikTok, honestly. We'll see, though. We'll see. I've got like you can't see it, but it's behind my head, a tripod. Got a tripod. Um, and I have a good camera, so just I get busier in the summers, so I just don't have the time. Don't have the time. Let's see here. REM is in first place. Then the Radiohead cover of the Smiths' Headmaster's Ritual is in second place. Unavailable videos are hidden. I hate that. In the top 10, we also got Stone Roses, Nine Inch Nails, Alex G, Telepop Music, Korn, Steely Dan, Soundgarden. Nice. Yeah. Ah, Bob Dylan, The Man in Me. Yeah, that's a really good song, man. It was in The Big Lebowski. Upvotes for Sting? I'm not, I'm a little surprised because it's just kind of an older song. Some people might say it's a little schmaltzy, but it's good. Yeah. Oh wow, we have votes on yeah, votes on 80 songs. That's cool. Yeah. Collab with Aiden Ross. Maybe someday. I don't know about Kick. Well, I mean, I'm not really. So if I'm gonna live stream like consistently, I want to be on a platform where I can get motion. You know, I feel like Twitch is a lot bigger than Kick, and being a small fish in a big pond is eh. I kind of want to be like a fish in a smaller pond. You know, can multi-stream on Kick and then YouTube, and have the YouTube stream and I have the music. Wow, that is blow my mind. I don't know how to do that. I have to figure that out. Probably ask AI. Brief addition to posture stretch talk. I heard it's good to breathe deep from the diaphragm relaxed. Yeah. You can't see it, but my belly is moving. Been doing a lot of diaphragm breathing. Haven't noticed a lot of improvements though, to be honest. What's up, Snuggums? Good for voice projection. Yeah, it all comes from the diaphragm. You can just multi stream and do both platforms at the same time. Wow. And have one music and one not. Yes, amazing. I have nose surgery soon. Oof. Why do you have to have nose surgery? That's interesting. Is it cosmetic? You're getting a nose job for looks maxing? Yeah, exactly. A will have your back for this. That is such an AI response. I found a good butcher that sells Aussie and Dutch and Russian meats. I see that they sell Brazilian grass-fed meat. What do you think? Um, I don't know. If it's cheap, it's probably not grass-fed, to be honest. Or pastured, I should say. Grass-fed does not mean pastured. I'd rather have pastured meat than grass-fed meat. Because all they're doing with grass-fed meat, they could just cut a bunch of grass and put it in a feedlot. And there's your grass-fed beef. I should do a video on that. I think I will do a video on that. We got to put that down. Thanks for the inspiration, nephew. Thanks for the inspiration. The primal inspo. Okay. Here, let me read off to you guys. This is what I have to get for the Primal Diet Conference. 90 heads of celery, 10 pounds of carrots, 30 heads of parsley, 12 bunches of cilantro, 200 lemons, 20 pounds of limes, 6 gallons of strawberries, 10 pounds of beets with greens, 6 boxes of dates, 70 cucumbers, 50 pickling cucumbers, 50 tomatoes, 10 pounds of hickory nuts, 4 romaine lettuce heads, 1 large red onion, 50 avocados, 5 oranges. We're harvesting a whole cow. Everybody gets to harvest a chicken. We are um what else are we buying? 100 dozen eggs. Um 10 gallons of honey. Yeah. I don't know how many gallons of milk. It is imported. Yeah, if it's imported, it's frozen for sure. Yeah, just like he said. Especially if it's coming from all those different places. There's no way it isn't frozen. And really, the meat packers are going to fashion all their standards to their largest markets. So if you think like is the biggest market America, then they have to then they're going to make all their processing for American standards because that's their market. You understand? That makes sense. ChatGPT will hold your hand, hug, and kiss you. Yes, ChatGPT is very sensual, caring partner. Milkshakes are my healing potion for real. Have I heard of carrot finished cows? Yeah, I have. There's a lot of interesting niche finished cattle, like acorn finished pigs, pumpkin finished pigs, melon finished pigs, kinds of stuff. Did I see? No. No. Um, instance. No. I don't have time to watch Psychobabble. You know, like I'm not really interested in listening to people who do drugs and ramble. It's just not. It's just a waste of time, man. Like I don't want to listen to anyone high on drugs talk about anything. It's annoying. It's a waste of time. Not that I'm saying he's that way all the time, but how do you know he really promotes the stuff? So it's kind of his brand. He's kind of wanted to own that. So what do you do to detox from the surgery? I don't know. Eat cheese, do the diet, take baths. It depends on what they do for the surgery, doesn't it? There's a lot of things that go into that. There's a lot of things that you're not telling me that you don't even know that to even start to tell me. So I don't know, man. Just do the diet. Do the diet. Take the baths. Mm, not really. They're not really primal diet approved. Because see, in the context there, Augustus wasn't condoning substances. He was giving people the the best harm reduction advice. That's really the context of those. That's how I interpret them. Augustus isn't saying go out and do drugs and drugs are okay. People are asking him about what to do with them if they're bad, and he says, "Well, you can do this and it will reduce the harm of them." Um I don't really believe there is anything as LSD anymore. I believe it's all research chemicals because I've talked to people who have done LSD like back, when it came out in the 60s, and they said that it wasn't the same in the 70s. And they say, these hippies that the CIA got rid of the original ingredient and they don't make it anymore. But I mean, the government, you know, the CIA worked with the Grateful Dead to spread LSD throughout the country. This is well documented. This is not a secret. You can look up Izzy N. Griffin on YouTube. He talks all about it. He has all the receipts. So yeah, the government is the one who was spreading LSD. So if you want to take LSD and you think you're some mind expanding, enlightened person, you're really just a retard. You're an idiot because, well, I mean, look, if you want to take drugs just to have fun, it's like that bell curve thing, kind of. Like if you're just taking drugs to have fun, then hey, guess what? Okay, whatever. No, it's not good to do. It's not healthy for you, but if you're gonna take drugs and then you put yourself on some sort of pedestal, like, oh man, I'm so wise, experienced because I've talked to the giant sea turtles and I swam with the wizards and the dolphins, whatever. You're an idiot. Your brain's fried, and you're gonna end up like homeless and schizophrenic. Um, or like working like at McDonald's when you're like 55 years old because your brain is just so fried. That's what's going to happen to you. Um, you know, you see the thing is like a lot of those drugs they they prime your mind for programming. So the irony is that it programs you into an arrogant asshole because it gives you the illusion and it just severs reality because you think you're a lot smarter and wise than you actually are. You just actually fried your brain and you're an idiot. And people look at you and they say, wow, look at this wacko. Don't get me wrong. I have my eccentricities, but I'm a pretty grounded person. But yeah, some of these people, and I know you probably know some of them, and if you don't, good for you. But yeah, I spend time with these people. I've known these people, and I can't. I can't deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. In fact, I knew people who did drugs and they would make fun of people who did drugs like DMT because it was so bad and it just totally fried people's brains. So like there's levels to that, you know? So yeah, Agenus, I don't think they're primal diet approved. I think that's in the context of harm reduction. Agenus honestly probably got a placebo because he was part of a research experiment from a university. So that was like pharmaceutical lab grade drugs. That's not what you are getting at a Grateful Dead concert, at a Fish concert, at a frat party, at the club. Like you're getting research chemicals. You're getting, you know, LSD that was made in some dirty bathtub by some dirty hippie. Like it's not good. And Agenus talks about, oh, the people in the tribes, yeah, they do mushrooms. They live in their mud huts and they do mushrooms and they just live in their mud huts and they do drugs because wow, life would suck to live in mud huts with a bunch of bugs and um just eating bugs, being around bugs, getting eaten by bugs, and you're just doing mushrooms in a loincloth, burning in the sun and the humidity because your life is so miserable and abject. I don't get these people who they pontificate about the idols of nature and how nature is so good and perfect and oh, why can't we just return to nature and live in mud huts? And first of all, you wouldn't survive more than 3 days out there. And second of all, what a miserable existence. Like you just want to live like some beast in the field, you know? It's like some beast in the field, just Just no, just reckless abandon, just animalistic living, no higher order of, consciousness, no development of culture, of anything decent, anything decent you enjoy. Like society has a lot of, obviously downsides, but there's a lot of good sides. Like, we have this music. I can go to the theater in the summer and watch classic films on film in a beautiful architectural setting. They have the organ playing music, an original organ playing music, interlude music before the film, air conditioning, central heating, refrigeration so you can keep your meat for longer, internet for all its whatever. Go to the art museum and look at fine pieces of art, read books, stories that enrich the soul and inspire the mind. That's why people do drugs, because their life sucks and they are escaping it. Look at all the homeless people. Yeah, do you think those people are doing fentanyl because it's fun? No, they're doing it because their life sucks. You think they're taking psychedelics to get a job and be healthy? No, they're doing it because they live on the street. And instead of looking at people as people, they want to see, you know, something a little more different. They want to mix it up. They want to go to the park and lay on the grass and talk to the birds and watch the leaves melt into the tree because they don't have anything else to do. People don't get it. Like, that's not something to be cool about. Like, drugs were cool in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s because the government wanted them to be. So if you are going to take drugs and promote drugs, you're a government stooge. You're basically a liberal. So, um, you're a useful idiot. You're a liberal. It's it's so ridiculous. What about eating weed instead of smoking it? Have I extracted teeth? Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth taken out. Watch my looks maxing video. I already talked about this for 15 minutes. I'm not repeating it. What about eating weed instead of smoking it? It's better than smoking it, but here's the thing, guys. Eating weed isn't healthy either. It's not healthy. Yeah, eating weed's gonna kill your brain cells too. If someone's in immense amount of pain and they have serious difficulties that aren't going to be fixed with food or exercise or like massage therapy or something, like then yeah, like, medical cannabis is not like a terrible thing, but understand it's not something that's like healthy. It's it's a quality of life thing. It's like, "Oh, I have plates and screws in my ankle and my back and my neck and I can't sleep and I'm in pain all the time. I drink all this pain formula but I'm still in pain. I sit in the hot bath all day but I still can't sleep. And it's not getting better no matter how much raw meat I eat." Well, then maybe, some gummies are for you. Some medical cannabis gummies are for you. Some indica cannabis gummies knock you out. For help your pain go away so you can sleep and you can live life instead of, being in the bathtub for 8 hours a day. Like that's you just have to like use your brain for like 3 minutes. I quit smoking tobacco and weed. Been thinking about microdosing on shrooms to help detox my brain from the addiction, but I guess it's just cope. Yeah, it is cope. Lock in and harden up and just stop doing drugs. That's literally all it takes. You just have to stop putting the drugs into your body. You just have to just not do that. Just make your hands not do that. And you voila. Congratulations. You're sober, you're not doing drugs. Wattle and daub houses made of mud and dung were way healthier than modern houses. Cow dung doesn't block EMF though. Yeah, who cares? I'm not I don't want to live in a mud hut. You want to live in a mud hut and get blown down by the wind or the rain. Like the rain will just melt your mud hut. The hailstorm will come through and your mud hut's gone while you're sleeping. Like you just wake up covered in your roof. It's so stupid. Dung maxing. Yeah, no thanks. You can watch the PA if you're in society. Yes, exactly. You forgot to say on all fours, a beast of the field on all fours. Yeah, you sound like a narc, man. What's a narc? A narcissist, informant, narcotics agent. No, I'm not a snitch. I don't really care about, reporting other people. People want to live their lives. It's whatever. But I'm just saying, when people come out and say, "Oh, dude, like, dude, you take these psychedelics, man. It makes you so like wise and enlightened. Like, it's great, man. Like, yeah." No, you're cooked. Your brain is cooked. You're fried. That's it. Sound like a Fed? No, I'm not. Nah, man. Wattle and dove houses are really good for keeping out the elements. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to live in mud huts. I like living in a cabin. Yeah, you can live in a cabin. But again, that takes culture. That takes ingenuity. It's striving for something than just being a beast of the field. Understand? There's a difference. If you're a cabin man, if you're a cabin builder, you have sophistication. But if you're living in a mud hut, that's not sophistication. If all you can build is mud huts, that's all you're ever going to be able to build. If you can build a cabin, you can build anything. Or just a regular house in the wild. Yeah, just a regular house, just a normie house. Yeah, for sure. Your normie house doesn't have to be that toxic. You can buy lumber that isn't treated. You can get natural insulation. It's pretty cheap now. Newspapers, shredded wool, combination of that, natural wood, appliances, furnishing, stone, cement. Like, it's not bad. You can do a lot with a little. So that's what I've been saying for years. Took them first time in college freshman year. Everybody was saying astro should make you rethink your life, feel empathy, etc. Yeah, yeah. People are just stupid. Um, they're just useful idiots. Like I said, they're useful idiots, brainwashed, hypnotized by the government. Um, yeah, that's true. Big distinction. Yeah, I'm just just so over that. I just can't stand people like that. I don't want to be around those kinds of people. Yeah, certainly if you've been to college, you've been around these people most likely in some capacity, and boy howdy. I mean, I've had these people as roommates, as acquaintances. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no. You hang out with them more. They seem okay at first because they're like really generous. They're pretty laid back, but then like you hang out with them more, it's like, yeah. No thanks. Emotionally underdeveloped or heavily suppressed. Yeah. Yep. 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 So I don't really Mhm. You guys seen that lighters guy? He does he does the snatching. It's this Italian guy. He has like microsecond reflexes. He like snatches these lighters in like less than a second. Can't even see his hands. It's insane. He's just like getting faster and faster. It's just this autistic Italian guy. I mean, he's got to be autistic. Incredible feats of the human condition. Oh, this is funny. So someone messaged me, messaged the moderators on the Raw Primal subreddit, and he's like, "You better keep your users in check for from brigading the R Milk subreddit because these people are always like doing stuff about raw milk. I don't know, or I'm gonna report you to Reddit." And I'm like, "Dude, first of all, get a life, you nerd. Second of all, you're threatening me, so I'm gonna report you to Reddit." Um, I can't control people on the internet, dude. I can't control people on the Reddit platform. That's crazy. Like, what am I supposed to do, man? I can't. What am I supposed to? Oh, guys, hey, don't do this thing. It's a Streisand effect. People are just gonna do it more. So sick of God. Some people just don't have a life. It's ridiculous. I thought you fell asleep mid sentence. Yeah. 70% of people you meet are going to be nice to you. Generally, an alright human being tricked me into staying in these relations for too long. Really important advice to younger people. Picky with your friends. Yeah, it's true. Hammer friends can't keep up. Like Mr. Bean, a rat race. Oh, I love rat race. Yeah, classic. You're trying to say about drugs that the bums always lose. Yeah, always. Our milk user. Yeah. Really so I couldn't even believe I was reading it. And then I was like, man, this guy does not drink raw milk because if he did, he would be a lot more chill. It's like, just ban if people are causing you problems, just ban them. Like, I'm not even telling people to go to this site. Like, he's like, "You're causing this trouble. You keep your people under control." It's like, "Whoa, buddy." Extremely mentally ill. Yeah. Heels are kinda going to sleep, but I need to get the stretch in. There we go. Okay. Now, yes, I'm really feeling that stretch. Backwards world where we gotta clarify things as raw rather than pasteurized. Yeah, how about that? Backwards world for sure. 3 likes, 9 viewers. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. What time is it? We got an hour in stream, so fuck yeah, that sounds right. So I'm gonna yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it's impressive all that cracking. Butterflies. So give us a preview of your speech at the conference. I don't really want to give it away. I don't really want to give too much away. I don't really want to give too much away. Bill, I'll tell you, but I'm not gonna do it here because I don't really want because it's gonna get out. I want it to be a surprise. Any tips on more meat? Yeah, you've got to do the vegetable juice, man. Um, you've got to get like okay, so celery and parsley, beet juice. Beet juice is the key here. Beet juice, ginger, maybe even asparagus. Parsley for sure. Celery, parsley is a base. Add the beets. The ginger can help. Asparagus as well. Something else that is probably helpful is leafy greens. You know, small amounts of leafy greens because they have a lot of minerals, a lot of phosphorus and magnesium, which kind of hard to get in animal foods. I mean, it's there, but the quantities are vastly more concentrated in plants in the leafy greens. So like beet greens, Swiss chard, stuff like that. So when you do that, you'll have more minerals in your body. They collate to the free radicals more. They really help with the appetite. But yeah, celery juice, parsley, beets with the greens, a little ginger maybe. Maybe you'll try a little asparagus. Um, then like some Swiss chard, maybe some. What's another leafy green? I'm blanking right now, but if you do the Swiss chard, little Swiss chard and some beet greens, you should be good. Hmm. Well, I mean, that doesn't really sound like a great appetite, though. If you had a great appetite, I mean, it could just be your body isn't in a meat craving mode. So, more milkshakes and lubrication formulas, and then eventually, like, your body will crave meat again. I know it happened. I know one person that happened to, he just ate a lot of lubes. He wasn't doing a lot of meat. Can you incorporate beasts of the field into the speech? Yeah, absolutely. I need to. I'll make a note to do that specifically. It's not in there now, surprisingly. But let me make that adjustment. $0.03. Showing up. Of course. Of course. Hmm. I've got to figure out where else to put that. It's not going to really flow with that section, but it's in there. I have to figure out where else to put it. So much easier for me to high quality tuna. Unless it's beef or a nice recipe, I get full really fast. I do enjoy the flavor, just get full too fast. 50% twist chard, painted juice though, yeah. Um, then I would just eat the types of meat that are appealing to you so you can eat more meat. I find it easier to eat a lot of fish because it's not very heavy meat. And in the summer, I also tend to eat less beef on average. Um, it doesn't, it's probably like 40% maybe give or take 10% fish and chicken, and then the rest is beef. So like 20% beef, 20% beef, the rest fish and chicken, depending on like what's on sale, what I have access to, what. Foot cramp, foot cramp. Eating multiple small meat meals a day, yeah, for sure. I usually do like half a pound at a time, sometimes 3/4 of a pound. Last Saturday, I was really hungry. I just stopped at the butcher when I was making my food runs, and I got a thing of London broil. I thought it was a half a pound, turned out to be 1.1 pounds, and I just ate it all in the car. Like I ripped through it. It was so good. It was just hit the spot. Yeah, there's a vegetable juice vendor at the farmer's market in the morning. So it's really nice. I got, my eggs, I do my juice, and then I can do my meat. Pretty nice. The lady's nice. She gives me a deal if she doesn't sell that much. So, Oh, that's a good idea. I could get produce. Yeah, I could just have her juice like fresh produce and then I can just drink it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm. Speaking of which, I got to get back to it. Peace. Bye, boo. You had to choose raw meat the rest of your life or raw milk. Ooh. Probably have to be the meat because I need it. But if I didn't need it, it would be the milk. You usually enjoy fish over beef. Yeah, fish is like the best. Oysters are good for what again? Yeah, pretty much everything. You have a job? Yeah, I work property management and I work for a farm. Primal Diet private chef would be amazing. Yeah, it'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I also think they call that a wife. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. I have to be good. I have to be good. I can't make those kinds of jokes. I have to I can't do the locker room talk because it dissuades the one time one female watches my live stream and she gets offended simply for stating that divorce is a bad contract for men or marriage is a bad contract for men. And I don't want to base an entire relationship off of just how someone eats. Okay. All right. So no, I'm just joking. We're just joking. We're just having fun. Don't take things so seriously. Calm down and drink some milk. Sip on some cream. Have some nut formula. Here, have some nut formula. Mmm. Comes the nummy airplane. Mmm. Wow. Open up. Wow. Airplane coming in for landing. Yeah. So, yeah. There's enough formula. It's just really good. I just can't stop talking about how good it is. This is the third day in a row I've had it. It would be like a quart of nut formula in a day. I don't know if it's going to give me a detox. We'll see. With most girls, you just be sharing your beliefs. I never explain myself. I just tell my girlfriend what I think is correct. Yeah, that's so true. So true. Yeah. Yep. Love it or leave it, sister. Love it or leave it. Where is this picture? Takachiko Gorge, Japan. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Hmm. Uh, sad how I'm autistic about the diet. I'll never ate one formula or a vegetable juice ever. Yeah, that is pretty sad. New pipe? Nope. Air popped corn. I haven't done the air popped corn yet. You can chew on celery instead of juicing as a temporary solution. Don't stress about it. Yeah, it's true. I think oysters are tied mostly to libido, which can help hunger issues. That's also true. Centrifugal juice does get the job done. New pipe as the YouTube alternative? No. Oh, yes. Yes, that's what he's talking about, but I didn't do it. I'm just lazy. I'm a boomer stuck in my ways. 30-year-old boomer stuck in my ways. Not going to get. Um, Sorry. They're just not going to get there, guys. Not happening. Fortunately, that can be deleted. Disappointing. Bad memories. Fish is better than chicken. You'll find out. You'll find out. It's top secret knowledge. You couldn't live in America. Where would you live while also doing the diet? I don't know. I don't know. Um, they're not necessarily the best places to do the diet, but like Japan and Italy, maybe. Um, yeah. Airplane technique is a non-negotiable for the wife. Learned about this new app called Metrolist for Android that is like YouTube Music but open source. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. 's sleepy. No, I'm just a little bored. 13 viewers. Wow. Thanks for joining in, guys. 3 likes. Likes are a little low. What if psychedelics kind of led me to discovering Augenus? I never tried psychedelics, but I want to try them. Less than you think. It is brain damage. You weren't autistic enough to do the primal diet, but then you fried your brain and became autistic enough to do it. Eating white meat that is dark can potentially help with red meat cravings. Not really. It's just a mushroom that grows out of the ground raw. Okay, keep telling yourself that, bud. You ever had a ravenous moment like Ogenous fish dumpster? Yeah, I ate I ate over a pound of London broil in my car last week for lunch. While I was driving, I just had it. I just was just tearing through it. It was so good. I recorded a video about it with the radio playing, but it was kind of political, so I don't know if I want to upload. I don't know if I want to do that kind of. I don't know if I can do that kind of stuff anymore. Um, Whatever. I've got to be, got to be nice. President Ross said shrooms are fine. Well, he's wrong. Yes, my phone is 5G. David Cho Hitchhikes America? No, I am not. I'm not. You think this diet can make me taller at 18? I don't know. Depends. After drinking lots of vegetable juice, I still don't have an appetite for red meat. Should I drink a gallon of rapeseed oil for try white meat? Do the gallon of oil. The seed oils are gonna help. Trust. Gonna help detox your bowels. It's engine lubricant. It's gonna get everything lubed up. What Agenus would do, for sure. Seed oil is proven to make you taller. It's true. Look at Jacob Foods and Clav, Clavicula. They ate seed oils. They got tall. They mog, right? Or you can just take growth hormones. I guess that's primal too. I don't know. What do I know? I've just read a couple books and organized and run the largest raw meat conference in the world. But what do I know? Hmm. Um, I will create the perfect specimen, a grandchild raised on the diet 2 generations. Only unobstructed pineal gland. I'll see what they think of. Okay, whatever. Since we have too many heavy metals in our brain and no best. Yeah, okay. You do that, bud. Let's see here. Um, you think how you developing color to how much meat your parents ate? Yes. Back when you can raise an animal in the wild like our ancestors learned at age 10. Bro must have personal beef with someone who used shrooms. No, it's just I've just been around those people and I'm just telling you, it's just how it goes, man. Not all of them are like that, but like 80% of them are like that. You think it's okay to use social services to move out while doing job training? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I already told you this though. Like, if you can live with your parents and stack cash, do that. But, the social services are going to dry up eventually. And you're not going to have enough money to do the diet unless you're making a good amount of money. So I'm just saying. Do I invest in stocks? No. I think the move is probably to buy ETFs to reduce your risk exposure. You can buy ETFs like stock and crypto ETFs. So I think those are probably the way to go, honestly. Unless, like if Anduril IPOs or SpaceX IPOs, those would be stocks I would buy, but I don't really do a lot of stock investing. I'm looking into it, like seriously considering it. I have some money saved up. I just, with the way the market's been, the market it goes up and down, and you just have to decide when to get in and when, what your goal is. Like, let's say you invest and then your stock goes down by like, 10%, 15%, 20%, and you're like, oh, you got to think like long term. Like, okay, well, this company will probably grow, maybe. I mean, like Anduril or SpaceX, like those would be good companies to buy stock in. Cannot stand my parents. They drag me down. Okay, well then maybe get out of there then, man. If I could work on a farm if I want to make a homestead in the future. Yes, absolutely. There's a big difference between beef and chicken fat. Not really. No. S&P 500. Chicken fat helps rebuild brain sheaths faster. Yeah, the nerve, the myelin, probably. Yeah, yeah. I would say that's probably a good fair thing to say to do, especially with cream, especially if you're eating that with cream, raw cream, sour cream. Yeah, be good. Yeah, Audrey has recommended chicken and beef and fish for mental illnesses. So, what is the craziest conspiracy theory you believe in? That is not YouTube appropriate. No, they are. Have you ever talked to someone who's done a lot of psychedelics? All the proof you need. Again, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of them, especially when they do a lot of them. Go find someone who's done a lot of psychedelics, and then tell me. Go talk to them for 10 minutes and tell me that's okay. You got to say in Minecraft after every sentence. No. Yeah, I know about that now. Maybe they only mess you up if you're not feeding yourself properly. Um, no. I mean, I'm sure the diet will heal you, but it's gonna damage you. They'll have a weird vibe, even the normal ones. Yeah, whatever you mean by normal ones, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything good about them. I have zero family connections. Do you think I'm cooked? I'm all on my own. Not even friends will help me. Yeah, I mean, it's a harsh world out there, man. It's a harsh world out there. I'm sorry you are alone like that, but it's kind of the reality. Even if people have a support system, it's not always the best sometimes. Um, yeah, I mean, you just got to lock in, you just got to lock in and make it happen. Get some skills, get educated, become valuable so you can afford the things you want to afford and live the life you want to live. Maybe look into some churches. I don't know. But yeah, if you can't depend on your family, you got to start building your own safety net. Looking like a Chad who antisocial. How am I going to find a wife? Just get out there. Just get out there, man. Use your wings. Don't depend on wavering branches. Um. So I don't know. I think they have a bid in somewhere. But honestly, if you want to work on a farm, your best bet is Healthfully Farm. Healthfullyfarm.com. Talk to Adam. He's always looking for help. It's in upstate New York. It's really nice. There's people who work there who aren't on the diet, who are on the diet, so it's a good mix of people. A lot of good stuff there. Yeah, it's a great place. I haven't been there, but I'd like to go sometime. Maybe this summer, maybe this fall. Um, yeah, it's pretty chill. But yeah, we don't have a farm thing yet. It's a goal of the organization. iMog. Let me see. Let me see the camera. Let me sit up straight. There we go. Even my spine cracking. Can't be good. That Mog. Can't see. Is it? The Smogs. This is a Mogger approved. I'm Mogger approved. Is this? Do I have a double chin right now? No, actually, I don't. I'm kind of surprised. 'Cause I feel like I should. I'm definitely heavy enough that I do feel smogging. Yeah, thanks. Does being on the diet change what type of woman you find attractive? Mm, I don't know if it's because I gotten older. Maybe a little bit, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. Eh, I guess maybe yeah, maybe in some ways. Not really. I mean, I've dated women different sizes, and I mean, no one who was like obese, but definitely, like the hipster artsy girls. They're a little thin, a little underweight. It's pretty normal body weight girls. Mm, mostly girls with darker hair. Usually around my height. You know, I mean, nothing. I don't know. I just haven't really. I mean, I talk to people, out in real life, but I haven't really dated in 6 years. So I just don't even like think about it. Yes. Oh, wow, that's a long time. It's probably the longest time since before I even started really like talking to women. Yeah. But it's generally just more trouble than it's worth, you know. Um yeah. So, of course, yeah, I mean I probably could have settled and got married. They want to settle. I don't like to settle. I don't like to compromise. I'd rather be. Here's the thing: you can either be right about things or you can be in a relationship. And honestly, I would rather be right about things. So I would not last in a relationship because I would not. I would just. There would be some sort of disagreement. Of course, I would be right. 90% of the time, and I would say, well, no, that's wrong. You're wrong, and this is why. And I would just not let it go. When there's people who are like, well, just let them think they're right, just for the sake of the relation. I'm I'm more about the sake of the argument, the facts, the logic, the truth. And yeah, so I don't know that. Yeah. Also, if I did get married when I was in my 20s, I would 95% chance I'd be divorced by now because I don't know. Unless maybe I found my soulmate, whatever that means, but no, I just can't see it. I've said this before. I just think it's so crazy that like people like you could meet someone and in like 6 months you get married. Or like get engaged to get married and then you're married within a year. And like you're just meeting this person, like you've lived a whole life. You're just like getting to know this person. You're committing yourself to them forever. That's just insane to me. I can't even wrap my head around it. I mean, by the time like I would want to marry someone, I'd be like on my deathbed. Like, okay, yeah, I guess I trust you. And like, you know, a farm business where I only hire primals, money printing machine. Well, nothing's ever easy on the farm. Food costs are going up. Can you please work with a supplier to ship raw butter to Canada or something? You'll make so much money, even if I'm only a customer. Yeah, so I've actually shipped butter into Canada, and by butter I mean body cream, Shea body cream. Um, it got through, but it's just a pain to do that. Yeah, you do kind of mog, not gonna lie. Thanks. Appreciate that. Primal Sigma Beast. Pretty much. Hey, bro, I wonder what is the reason for craving cooked cheeses, cooked starch. I've had it for my life and even 4 months primal. I don't know. Probably because you need to lock in and you have a skill issue. You can eat cooked starch. It's fine. Just bake a potato, put some raw cheese on it, some butter, some sour cream. It's good. Okay. Make a rice, stir in a raw egg. Be like you're Japanese. How long until when I get fat it doesn't go to my belly? It takes like years, I think. Your hair is better on the primal diet? I don't know. Maybe. Honestly, in my experience, it's easy to find beautiful girls, but finding attractive ones is very rare. Yeah, it's true. I think my country will suck the next years if I want to move. I don't know. What country are you in? Well, he's saying that it's easy to find a hot girl, but an attractive girl. So, like, you know, like a girl can look good, but she might not be attractive. For instance, she's just boring. She's not smart. She can't do anything. Like, that's not attractive. But an attractive girl is someone who, she has style. She's smart. She has poise. She has grace. She has skills. She can do things. She's not an idiot. That's the difference. You store a lot of fat on beer belly, or has it gotten better, or is it never an issue? Oh, I got a belly. I got a little belly right now. Denmark. Mm. I would just go try to work on some farms in Denmark, dude. Go work on some farms and hit on some pogs. That's what I would do. That's what I would do in Denmark. I did, funny story. I did my third grade Christmas project on Denmark about Christmas in Denmark. I'd like to go there someday, to Denmark. Definitely hit on some pogs. Yeah. A lot of good looking women in Denmark. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, school's like free there, isn't it? I mean, I would go to school, you know, go to school, get a job, move out, find some, work on, there's, you got options. You just got to do it. Go to the social services and say, hey, I want to like study and stuff. I need help. Do that. The Denmark is actually probably, I think it's like not as bad as the rest of Europe, honestly, from what I've read. I could be wrong, but from what I've read, Denmark seems to be like not as bad in Europe. Just because you get all those pogs there. Six likes, nine viewers. We get 2 hours yet? Almost. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up 2 hours. I'm gonna finish this nut formula. This nut formula. So yummy. Denmark is better than England, but EU is getting worse with Russia right now and prior to 2030 incoming. Denmark is super liberal. That's true, but you know, that's pretty common for Europe. Yeah. Agenda 2030, he means. He just doesn't speak English as a first language. He's not wrong. Um, yeah, Agenda 2030 is going to be really wild. It's going to be really weird. So what I wonder what this war stuff is, if it's just a precursor to energy lockdowns. Um, yeah. And they're getting everyone, they're rushing out everyone's smart meters for electricity and water so they can monitor everybody's resources. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, what are you even gonna do? I don't know. Can't give up. Just got a juicer. Nice. Where do I get my news from? You know, everywhere. Drudge Report for headlines. I'll read a little CNN. I'll read a little this and that. Zero Hedge. Um, primary sources. Stuff on Twitter. You know, stuff like that. Twitter's kind of garbage now, though. Everything will get even worse for society. Yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, if it even does. We don't think anything about it, we all become even more enslaved. Possible that the problem becomes practically impossible to do. Not true. Have you seen the Agenus approved raw butter that slips internationally? Oh, Creamline Acres? Yeah, I mean, you can call them. You can call them, but it's expensive. I got Paul started, Paul at Creamline Acres. He sent in some cheese in for the conference. He has cheese as well. It's pretty good. Um, yeah. Yeah, I talked to Paul over a year ago. And yeah, he read the book. And I said, hey, I can get you a lot of business if you want it. Boom. Got him signed up. Loads of people that reached out. He's just has a ton of business. He's a good guy. Grassing farmers in Europe. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because you live in Europe. It's different in America. The dynamic things you were bored before you weren't bored before? Maybe. Kind of. Depends. They just sell in the US. I'm on the international one online on like eBay. Oh, I have no idea. I mean, Paul's shipped to Puerto Rico before. Turcamart. I don't know. What is that? Like, I don't say it said something. Oh, Turkish grocery mart. I don't know, man. I guess if you're in Europe, go for it. I used to play music a lot. I don't do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Sweepy. Sell autogenous raw cheese and raw butter. Okay. I don't know anything about turkey, so hmm. Do I believe in the shapes we see only exist in our own consciousness? No. Big birds. I hear they're more like red meat. I hear that's more like red meat. I'd like to try it for sure. I wouldn't want to eat it frozen though, because it's not going to do the meat justice. I'll tell you what, guinea fowl is the best like bird meat I ever had ever. It's like reminds me of turtle meat. It's really good, very tender and delicious. Tender and delicious. Yes, it is. Is there a way to detox teas? Um, yeah, I just do the diet or cold brew tea. Um, I've been making kelp tea recently. It's pretty good. Kelp tea is really good, actually. Like it. But yeah, just do the diet, and you can try to cold brew teas. Although, I mean, you're still gonna get the caffeine, so I would cold brew herbal teas or white tea. I wouldn't cold brew green tea or black tea. Too much caffeine for me personally. I don't like that. Caffeine makes me feel bad. I've tried caffeine before early on in the diet. Green tea and stuff. It made me throw up. Even just green tea. So I don't like. Caffeine destroys your nervous system. Yeah. More videos on environmental toxins, household cleaning products. Yeah, I can do that. Fermented cilantro juice? No, that would be bad. Be bad. You just do the plain cilantro juice as detoxifying. Fermented would be not fun. Too strong, especially if you just started. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. Caffeine is so bad for you. Like, I tried to eat chocolate. It was a chocolate hand pie, organic, totally clean ingredients, like good stuff, everything. And I felt so bad the next day. I had trouble sleeping, and I had like nerves. I would like my nerves. I just felt like nerves. It was so bad, and it wasn't even that much chocolate. Like I can't do chocolate anymore. Why do I get diarrhea with ground beef and not steaks? Probably because there's more chemicals in the ground beef. And in your ground beef, if it's coming in a package, it was probably pre-frozen. All that packaged ground beef comes frozen. Guys, watch my videos. I explain it. Ground beef is like the worst thing you can eat. It doesn't. Oh, local organic grass-fed farm. Probably is it frozen? It's probably pre-frozen. Most stuff from farms is frozen, unless you're going to the butcher and getting it fresh, ground. Like that's the only way to know. I think you probably just have diarrhea when you eat ground beef. Probably not a cause for concern. Why do I have top chat on? No, you have top chat on. I have live chat on. I have live chat on my screen. You have top chat on. You need to change it. Anybody order from Creamline Acres? What's their price list? I think their butter and cheese are like $12 a pound, $14 a pound, something like that. I think eating meat with the sauces all the time is bad. No, it's perfectly fine. Actually, can be pretty delicious if you eat if you make the right sauces. They do need some adjusting. They're not the best recipes, meaning you'll need to like perform some magic on them to make them taste good. But if you make the right adjustments for your taste, they can be really really good actually. Like the way I make the ketchup sauce is really really good, and I like eating it with every kind of meat pretty much. Um, your stream OBS is capturing top chat. Huh? Are they different? Well, I don't even know why you're trying to read that. You can't even read it. And someone said you should put it up there, so I put it up there. It's interesting. Those are different URLs. It's not the same. I'll have to remember that. Okay, well, I'm going to fix it. Are you happy now? Fixed it. Do you think 200 to 300 grams of sugar every day would be a good idea? No. Depressive episodes, a symptom of emotional detox. They can be. Depends. Okay, we're at the 2 hour mark. I am signing off. I'm signing off in 2 hours. Look for the next live stream. Maybe Saturday. Maybe next Wednesday. Okay. Well, thank you for hanging out. Everybody have a good one.